Hola amigos, aquí GamerFocus con una entrevista muy especial con uno de los principales encargados de Division 2, Luis Trupin. Mucho gusto. Voy a hacer unas cuantas preguntas ahorita que el lanzamiento de Division está ya tan cerca y esperamos ahí que la disfruten. Well, we have many questions about Division 2, even more so that it's going to launch really soon. So about the story. Will the story tell us more about the state of the world outside of the United States, or it will be just isolated to the States?
So the story of the Division 2 is definitely about what is happening in Washington DC. That's where the players will be brought. Playing as an agent of the Division, they have the sworn duty to protect the civilians and making sure that civilization doesn't fall apart. And this is still through 7 months later, but it's definitely a follow-up to the story of that happened in New York City in the first of Division 1. And then we bring you to Washington DC with a new agent and a new story to discover and to progress through. So it's focusing on the USA.
About the events or the live content, will there be seasonal events?
So we are, as we mentioned at E3, we are committed to bringing a full year of free content to everyone. So that means that there will be major drops that we call episodes that will add more story missions, new locations to explore, more new weapons, basically a host of new content that we bring in those big updates. But there will also be more regular updates that we release over the course of the year in between each episode.
But there will be like Christmas events, Halloween events.
So there will be events in the game that will be tied to, most probably, I can't tell you right now what is the schedule, but most probably to that type of events.
How about crossovers with other Ubisoft IPs? Well,
so today we're focusing on making sure that the story we want to tell in the Division 2 is coherent and is the best experience for everyone. So we're always looking for other opportunities, crossovers with other games, etc. But at this stage right now, it's all about the Division 2 in Washington DC, you as an agent.
About the development behind the Division 2, which was the principal lesson that Massive Entertainment learned with the first Division game, with the criticisms towards it?
Yes. So you just mentioned it, and it's very important for us to make sure that all the feedback that we receive from the players since the very beginning when we released the Division 1, and it's been now 3 years, that the game has been ongoing. There is a lot of feedback, a lot of learning that we have from there, be it the online stability, the wish for content, maximum content on day 1, and all this click together to make sure that for Division 2, we actually make the day 1 experience as best as possible for everyone. Focusing on endgame, for example, bringing a new twist to the story, bringing new factions, bringing the specialization, which is a new way to improve your character once you've already played more than 40 hours in the main campaign. So yes, we listen to the community and we make sure to implement all the feedback as much as we can.
With the exception of the raids, will we be able to play the game completely in solitary?
So yes, and it's actually a good point that you raise. The entire game is playable either solo or co-op, and it's very amazing because it's entirely balanced to make sure that whether you're alone, 2, 3, or 4 people in a mission, in the open world, it's all being adapted to whoever you're playing with at the moment. So yes, you can play the entire game alone.
And lastly, a personal question. If you could choose any Ubisoft IP to work with after Division 2, which will it be?
So actually, as part of my previous job, I already worked with many Ubisoft IPs, including Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, even South Park lately. So to me, the greatest challenge was to make sure that I could join a studio, and that's why I joined Massive Studio, to learn how the games are made from the beginning and from the inside, I would say. And it's a bit the beginning of that story with the studio right now with Massive. So we'll see where that brings me.
Luis, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your help.
No, I hope the edition is great. We're eagerly waiting for it, and I'm sure the people that read GamerFocus are too.
I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be one hell of a long year of support for us. So yes, I hope you enjoy the day one and after everything gets going up.
Ok, así que ya lo oyeron ahí para que estén muy pendientes de Edition 2, de todo el contenido que haya a lo largo del primer año, y les estaremos informando y por supuesto ahí tendremos la reseña. Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.